company is Black Series Edition LLC with Crystal Edge Technology screens. Actually, we're working on a marketplace for Crystal Edge Technology screens, and it's going to have a new name due to the fact that we want to keep it in sync with the other website, Black Series Edition. Let me get this guy out. So we are up in the office early in the morning. I get in here before anybody else gets in here. I have to. Stuff we got to do in one day is insane. Today is going to be another insane day. It's going to be a crazy day today. Got so much to do. I got to take apart the machine behind me, get it into a rack system, get it ready because I'm doing something with that. And some other things I'm working on top of that. It's just going to be a really busy day today. We've got to order our surface, get this thing ready, get it set up, get the whole laser system put in, finish the stand underneath of it, order the projector that we need for this, order the projector we need for that. A lot of work we got to do. And on top of that, we got the flex screen I want to show off. That's the screen we have for inside of your PC cases. And I'm thinking about working on a coating for people who want to do the outside of their cases for those portable setups, because I'm doing one myself. And that not only is my gaming PC going to be my gaming system, but it's also our advertising equipment, because there is a special gaming version of AdTech we're going to actually design and put on the side of that glass, so I can take that thing all around Allentown and game off of it, my portable projector. So I do plan to have that at a lot of these gaming lounges we have down here, showing off our PC build and then showing off basically our host setup. So with that being said, because we're going to be taking it out there, we're going to have to upgrade parts, which means we may be picking up a 5090 if we can get our hands on one, and we are definitely putting in an i9 processor, because again, we're going to be out there. Different story, because we want to show we have boss parts. That's why. But also to the side of that thing, it's going to be coated with a new version of AdTech gaming technology, which means I can take out my projector and I can game right off the side of the glass. And this is stuff that basically we can utilize, and it's an icebreaker for showing off our technology. This right here is our color technology. This is under our FLEG. This is the new game we're working on, FLEG. This is the Infinity One Black color QUASAR. It comes with multiple colors. So one of the colors we're using right now is called Black Royal Magenta. Magenta, if I said correctly, magenta. Yes. So we're going to be showing off a lot of these as the weeks go on of all the new technology we're working on. How will this benefit your screen? Have you seen let's flip this around. I forgot. We got two sides of this thing painted already. So we can flip it around and show you the what do you call it? The splatter. We have a splatter. So let's go over here and let's see. Always way out here. He's mad because he didn't want to put his tie on. My cat's in here. He's just mad because he didn't want to put his tie on today. He fought me on the tie. Like, no. He says it's casual Monday. I shouldn't have to wear a tie on casual Monday. So as you can see, the splatter part, that's if we take away the full screen and we just show off this part that basically is just splattered with our technology. Keep in mind, this shows you how easy it is to apply it. We didn't do anything special. We just threw it up there and just painted it in every direction and we're done. So it shows you that the activation time is extremely fast. And again, no difficult and insane instructions. So let's go grab a few videos here. Let's go with, let's do some more of these fish. These fish are amazing because we're doing this on Facebook and they're like, yeah, they like the fact that the rest of the screen is just not even there and only our paint's there. I told you, I got this demonstration lined up. I'm going to take a bucket of our paint and just throw it up against this giant screen, and wherever it hits, and a buddy of mine is going to airbrush or paint it. Somebody's going to do this, a custom design screen that is going to have our name, our company's name, into the white surface, and we're going to hit it with a projector on your stuff is on the show. You gotta have fun with it. You gotta have fun with it. So let's go over to let me see. Do 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 do. 8K demonstrations for 8K videos. Gotta abbreviate that one because it'll give me something completely different. See, I told you, assault rifle every single time. Like literally. 8K video demonstrations for video demonstrations. See if I can confuse her for something else. There we go. Gotta speak the crazy language to get her to function. I get women to get mad at me and say, why you keep calling her her? Her name is Alexis. It's a female's voice that comes up. It's not a male's voice. You can literally change all that. You know, you can put any voice in that you want. But other than that, it's a female's voice. So as you can see right there, how beautiful that image pops up on the splatter screen. And everything else just doesn't show. And mind you, we did this for the lights out demonstration too. Lights out demonstration clearly shows that our technology produces a way more superior screen than the white surface. And like I said before, this is the screen we're going to bump into down here. We're not going to bump into any gray screens down here. I haven't seen one since I've been down here. We're not going to bump into any heavy certified screens. You're going to bump into all white projection screens, which means this is going to be a great advantage point for our technology. And the good thing about it is, hey, if we happen to bump into a gray screen, we can take it down with no problem. Or any certified, take it down too. So, you know, we're covered. We're good. Oh, shit, we have any sound going on here? There we go. Sound. So it's an easy one-code application. There's no complicated instructions as you see by the splatter on the surface. You can see it pulls our Infinity 1 contrast level, and these screens have like an interesting color code attached to them. Each one has something a little special about them. That's beautiful technology. We're not completely done yet. Again, we're only at around 10% for the gain and 30% for the product itself, the paint itself. That's it. But it'll be there. Once we get ready to complete this 104-inch, 235.1-inch screen, then you'll get a chance to see it at 100%. We're going to use the screen for the showcase screen in here. Now, do you need expensive projectors? No, you do not. No expensive projectors required. No 3,000, no 200, no 1,000, no 800, no 600. You don't need any of that all, period. You can go out and get a basic projector, which I know you probably won't, but you can get a basic projector of an SVGA or an XGA of 600 by 800, or basically no HDMI ports. Doesn't make a difference about the contrast. Really don't care about how much color you have, because you really ain't gonna need it. The screen provides all that for you. Goody goody gumdrops.
Hey, pencil.
You believe I don't drink coffee in the morning? Nope. No coffee. None. No.
Pennsylvania. Your
Go to cookie jar, get a hot cup of cocoa, and boom! I'm there. I'm wired just like that. It don't take much.
You can tell a
If I usually say I'm tired on cast, because I worked some crazy, massive, insane hours. I probably didn't sleep that day either, too, on top of that. So
Susan Wild.
chances are, yeah.
Todo lo di. One man.
Yeah, gee whiz. As we close to Dave, what is the onslaught of freaking really? Gee whiz, Louise, getting a workout over here. Getting a workout here, dodging the political craziness. Let's grab that Coca-Cola bottle. That's bugging me. My piece of case over here at the freezer. I want a glass Coca-Cola bottle, but I really want one. But I gotta spend 30, so Mexican Coke, that's what they call it. I gotta spend $35 just to get a case of 6. I don't drink something like that, so I might just spend the 35 and get it for $1. So pretty soon, I'm waiting for the sprayer to get here. I ordered a new sprayer. We're gonna start showing off that flex technology, that little screen we're showing off. So anytime we show you off something, it doesn't mean that it's gone. It means basically it's put on hold until we get some equipment in that we need to actually get everything done right. So, as I said before, you can't roll on a rear projection screen. I think I would know this. I've done quite a lot of these screens, so I think I would have the experience to know how about this. And we have never rolled on the screen, and we've been doing this stuff 10 years back. We've been doing this with digital and crystal screen paint, developing clear and rear projection screens. You never roll them on. You will damage the screen on so many levels. It's not even funny how badly you would damage it. They have to be sprayed in. So, with that being said, I got another sprayer coming in. I usually get the Wagner's. There's one that I usually like to use, but I got something different. So we'll see how this one works out. I paid $25 for it, so I'm curious. So see how this thing works, because again, I do want to show off. We are working on an ad tech gaming technology. Because once we bring that setup in there and they see that, I mean, how amazing this thing is. I mean, basically, I can just put my little projector. There's outlets all over Allentown, freaking unbelievable. I can just plug it in there, hook up my PC, of course, for surge projector, and check up for stuff, and pull out my little optimal projector, and boom, game right off my screen. Oh, kitty, meow.
Susan.
Nope, didn't ask for that. So the benefits is getting more from your projector. That's the whole purpose of it all. Getting what you paid for, because you should be able to get what you paid for. Should not be sitting up there with the gray or white screen. Because if people make great paint at the end of the day, I know you want to scream and yell at me, but Infinity 1 contrast level, that's all I got to say to you. Show it to me. If you can't show it, then guess what? It's not going to work. Customer does not want to be trapped in the dark. I can literally turn my overheads on right now. Screen will function with no problem. I can do it in the dark. Screen will function with no problem. You don't read at all. And my projector is 2,700 lumens. That's it. It's 27. Somebody saying we need to use heavy projectors. I have heavy projectors. I got at least about 10 projectors sitting in my storage unit. Everything from anything to 4,000 to 7,000 lumens sitting in there. We don't use them because we don't need them. This FLE technology doesn't require it. So, we get to saying that, well, I'm going to be in the dark anyway. Really not going to see a difference. You definitely see a difference. Definitely. You'll see exactly how much you're not getting from your projector. You spent the time to do the research, to hunt this thing down, to go through all the different sites and read about the projector and go through this and go through that before you made the final purchase. And then you turn around and you stick it on a screen that's not worthy of the projector. So you got half the projector. That's pretty much what you paid for.
Election season.
Here we go. They're gonna be pumping these things out like crazy. What do you have them down here? Like we literally have booths already set up down here.
Under Susan.
Like, sir. They're going to walk in day. Sir.
It's a. Remember that.
And now, like I said, when I talk about the gray screen, a little people get a little irritated about that, but come on, you gotta be realistic with yourself. You can't keep lying to yourself. That'd be just like me 9 years ago, when Black Diamond, I put Black Diamond against my great products. That'd be just like me sitting there now saying the same thing, that gunmetal screens, because I guess it wouldn't be a black screen out there yet, gunmetal screens are basically just not worth your time. You're better off with light gray screen paint. I know that's not true. That's why I converted all my technology to darker technology. Because it's all the future in that screen. So if that's the case, and you may feel at the end of the day, how about you go against certified? All of them. And I guarantee you, if you don't see the light through that at the end of the day, then guess what? You're doomed to fail. It's the pecking order of technology. This is how it works. You don't see people in stores still selling 8-track players and reel-to-reel players. They do sell reel-to-reel players. I've seen that in some audio places. They sell reel-to-reel in 2 amps and stuff like that. But it's not the highlight of, like I said, put it this way. The Atari 2600. Is everybody gaming on Atari 600 right now? No, they're gaming on PS5 and Xboxes and all that stuff. Technology changes. That's what happens. I sat there and I watched from reel to reel. I watched cassette tapes. I've watched CDs and 8-tracks, record players. Everything come all the way up now to now digital download. It changes. So if you basically don't know how to roll with it, technology will crush you in the process. You have to be able to change with technology. A gray screen paint, and I know it's going to bother some people, but it's true, it's an obsolete product. It literally is. There's no way to upgrade your projector with it. It can't read the Infinity 1. That's one of the biggest problems. That's why they can't operate in full environments. That's why their games are at a certain level, at a 2.1 or 2.0 and below. This is why their colors wash out. This is why they require you to calibrate. This is why they require you to use high-powered projectors to fix issues that literally can be fixed with a projector much lower and much cheaper. Mind you, all the demonstrations I've seen on high-end projectors on gray screens, every single one of them are stuck in dark environments. And then the difference between a gray screen and a white screen isn't much at all. You literally would have to walk up on top of that screen. I mean, be right up on top of it to literally see a slight little difference. Other than that, at 12 feet away at 100 inches or 11 feet at 100 inches, you won't be able to tell one from the other. The whole purpose, like I said before, the story behind the gray screen remember at one point, the gray screen and white screen were going at it back and forth. Like I said, they wouldn't remember that because they weren't around at all, period. I don't know when they started, but I know one thing, they weren't there. And the whole argument with the white screen and the gray screen was the white screen can pull pure white levels. The gray screen's argument was that, all right, our levels may drop a little bit, but not to the point you can't see the screen. Isn't that interesting? We said the same thing with black technology. So that same discussion went on. And the discussion with the white screen was, well, you can't pull high pure levels. And the gray screen would say, well, we can pull slightly better color than your screen, and we can survive in a little bit better lighting than you can. So people started swinging toward the gray screens. The gray screens and the purpose behind the gray screens, and this is, I'm explaining it to people who have missed the boat on this. You have literally missed the boat. If you're talking about a gray screen's white levels, you have failed miserably in the process of selling screen paint, and I'll tell you why. It was never about white levels. How would you argue about white levels when the first arguments between gray screens and white screens were white levels? So you can't say you had the highest white level when the white screen would have that from the door. So your argument, your claim is that we pull slightly better color, slightly better shade of gray, darker shade of gray, and we can pull up on a little bit more lighting. That would be your argument. And we got people went backwards. They started talking about, oh, well, it pulls higher white levels. And again, it tells you at the end of the day, it really explains on how far you go back when it comes to this kind of technology and these particular screens. How far you go back and how much you know. So judging by that you're using that statement, that means at the end of the day, you don't know your product and you don't know the beginning of the history of your product and how it all started. So with that being said, every screen, as they get darker, talks about, hey, what you doing? I can see you. We can all see you. Yeah, we can all see you on camera right now. They talk about basically color and contrast and ambient capabilities. That's what they speak of. The projector doesn't come with a 2:1 white level, it comes with a 2:1 contrast level. That's why that black is extremely important. But anyway, getting back to the whole thing about why I say that the gray screens are obsolete. Now, you can't read the contrast level. So again, you can't compete with a black screen, and you're definitely not competing with gunmetal technology. They pick up much darker levels. So that means that you can't pick up a white level next to a white screen either, because they pick up the highest white level. And your colors aren't exactly there, because again, next to a black screen or gunmetal, you can't register next to them either. So when the gunmetal technology came out, it was far more superior, of course, than the gray screen. I showed you in the garage a black diamond versus the gray screen paint, and the black diamond destroyed it. So with that being said, the only reason why the gunmetals actually were able to, the gray screen was able to survive, because the gunmetals were extremely expensive projection screens. Until, voila, we pop up with a black screen. And a black screen is more powerful than a certified, because we've done dozens and 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 dozens of tests on this, proving this theory on multiple levels. Actually, we have the most test demonstrations on certified. When I get done with the Crystal Ridge site, we'll have everything categorized. You can see exactly how much testing we have done down to time. It's going to be quite a big site. It's going to be a huge site. I got somebody coming to do it for me. But anyway, so with that being said, we have been able to come in and change the pecking order. First, people would actually gravitate toward the gray screen paints because, again, spending $3,000 to $7,000 for a screen is kind of expensive, but there's other people that have the money and they can spend for that screen. They wouldn't touch a gray screen if their life depended on it, because they know that, by bar none, that the certified screen, the physical screen, is going to be better. Another problem you have at the end of the day, too, it's known that physical screens are supposed to be better than screen paints. And we changed that too, because we beat a lot of physical screens, a lot of them. So, the gray screen can't read a contrast level. It doesn't read proper color. It requires expensive projectors. It has to be plunged in dark environments in order to work. And even in dark environments, it doesn't even show a difference between that and a white screen. Not at all. Would you paint over a gray screen? No, you wouldn't. You know why? It would cost more than a white screen. If you had two screens, they were cheap. They're going to guarantee that the gray version is going to cost a little bit more money than the white screen. You know why? Because it pulls a little better contrast. So why, if I want to paint over a screen, would I spend the money for a gray screen? I might just buy a white screen. It's cheap. And I can paint over it. Again, it's going to cost me a lot of money. So yeah, it's an obsolete product. Can you use them outside? No. Do they work on ultra short throws? No. And for people saying, well, I can see it, yeah, you can see it. Anything will pick up on an ultra short throw. It's a foot away from the screen at 3,000 lumens. Literally, notebook paper, a wall will pick up on an ultra short throw. It comes down to your quality. What kind of quality are you going to receive from your ultra short throw when it hits the screen? The only screens that basically have an issue with ultra short throws is certified, because certifieds have a reflective surface that basically can cause the screen to have a narrow viewing cone effect. They don't explain any of this stuff to you at all, do they? Of course they don't. They don't know what they're talking about. That's why they don't explain it to you on camera. All they talk about is the tones, the white levels, the contrast. That's all they talk about. The same old thing over and over again. They can't explain to you the science behind it all because they don't know what they're talking about. So that's what happens. They can't explain to you that anyway because, again, it outs their own product. Therefore, they can't talk about that. So there's certain things they can't tell you about. But we can tell you over here because we've done everything. I have experience in gray screen paints, done them all, from everything from mid-levels to charcoals to, that was the D5K and D6K were more of a charcoal kind of paint at the end of the day. We've done everything from gunmetal technology, and yes, beat gunmetal screens in the process of doing so, because you're supposed to. Anytime you name your product as gunmetal, you have to be able to take out gunmetal technology with it, and not just one, a lot of them. And we've done black technology, different color screens, and that too on top of that. So yeah, invisible technology. We've done all that. So I think we should know what we're talking about. Compared to someone who doesn't know what they're talking about because they don't know the difference between gray paint and their own product, which you're supposed to have those tests done. You're literally supposed to have about 10, maybe 15 of those on your website for people to see the comparison. If you're not seeing them on there, that's a major red flag because you could be shipped anything in the mail. Regular house paint you'd be spending money for when you could have went down and just picked up a gallon at Home Depot or Lowe's. But anyway, when it comes down to the certified, that's the only reason why the gray screen survives. That's it. Too expensive. Now, our technology comes into loop. We got a technology that's 100% black. It can read an infinity level. It can pick up its white levels. It's been tested over and over again. More test demonstrations than any other screen paint on YouTube. We have the most tests. We're the only ones that can offer a batch number. We're the only ones that can show our test demonstrations live. As you can see, this technology is not even available yet, and we're showing it off. Not even completed yet. So with that being said, that would make our screens far more advanced than the certified, since we test against our products and we know their stuff at the end of the day. Far more advanced than white screens. You see right now we're in the dark with a white screen, giving it the best vantage point as we possibly can, but it's not working at all next to our technology. And next to a gray screen, well, we have technology over here that can change a gray screen brown. And I mean a dark gray screen. So keep in mind, if it can change a dark gray screen, which would be the more advanced version of a mid-gray level gray screen or light gray screen paint, it would be the dark and would be more the more vantage point. We can turn that brown. So what do you think will happen to the other ones? So that's what you have to understand. That's why we chose the darker gray certified. Because out of gray screen paints, the more advanced one would not be the light gray. It wouldn't be the mid-gray. It'd be the dark gray would be the vantage point of the screen paints. That would be the head of the snake. And unfortunately for the head of the snake, it's when it lays against our screen, it turns brown. So if you take off the head of the snake, then that means the snake no longer exists. You cut off its tail, you could probably just grow the tail back again, not kill it at all whatsoever. But you take that head off, and that's the end of the story. That's why when I test against certifies, I go against the best screens that they possibly have. Because then there's nothing left. So, pecking order. Pecking order, black technology is the advanced technology. And Diamond made a black screen. I've been sitting there for years saying, man, I'll be happy when one of these certified screens make a black screen, and now we got Diamond with a black screen. And sooner or later, the other companies are going to see this and notice and go, wow, man, they're probably working on it right now as we speak. I guarantee you these companies are working on black projection screens. And then what? The entire time when I sat there and told you on camera over and over again that gray screens were obsolete, that the only way you can see infinity level, your screen has to be black. And now you're going to watch all these screens turn black. The best thing about it is we had the technology for anybody else. We can literally take anyone to court and back that up 100% that we're developing black technology long before they ever thought of it. So that would give us the right to be to say we are the first. All the people that make gray paints out there that were ranting and carrying on and screaming and yelling to about, no, that's not the future screen paint. It'll be gray. You're in the wrong direction. You're definitely in the wrong direction. Nope, don't work that way. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Because if your product did work, you could do this. You could read that. Let me explain something to you. Being in the dark with a 2 million to 1, if you got to spend that kind of money on a projector with a high contrast sitting on it like that in order to be able to read a decent shade of gray, that is pretty bad. I'm sitting here in the dark with a $10 projector. I can read the Infinity One with no problem whatsoever. And the white stars and all that good stuff. That shows you how much you missed in your projector. So you're going to turn your lights on. So is it partial lighting? Partial lighting, gray and white screen don't exist in here. is why I advise to anybody, when I talk on camera, I talk to two people. I talk to the customer, and I talk to people who make screen paint products. I talk to two people on here, explaining to the people who basically, customers, if you're looking for a screen paint, and they're showing off contrast demonstrations, all contrast demonstrations must be done in fully lit environments. Why? Because it shows you exactly where the contrast levels lay. Instead of doing demonstrations in the dark with a high power projector using smoke and mirrors to try to sell their products, you get home and you go to turn on your lights and your screen flashes up, disappears. We saw that happen to a customer. Screen just disappeared. Not there anymore. And he had a 4K projector at that. Can't say your product works on 4K, because it doesn't work on 4K. It works on the 4K watts in your environment, in your dark environment. That's when it works. It didn't work for that customer because he had a 4K projector too. And he couldn't get the screen to work. The screen completely disappeared on a 4K projector with a 500,000 to 1 contrast. You couldn't even get that thing to read correctly. So what was the problem there with that? There were demonstrations in the dark. That'll hurt your screen. See how I change my lights back and forth? You should be able to do that at contrast level with no problem. This is going to be a challenge for today. Fully lit environment, meters must max out. Projector, under 20 bucks. Shouldn't be a hard one to do. Now we put these out. Do you think they're going to do them? Oh, heck no, they're not going to do these. And no way in the world they're going to go near these. But they're never go near any of my challenges. They never do. You know why? This stuff don't work. That's why. They have to be in these special setting setups. I'm going to have a channel on, we're going to be posting onto our Crystalwood site when we change the name for that. And it's going to help the customer, educate them on what to look for. You got to be real careful. I see this with certified screens doing this. They'll have these special setup rooms. As a matter of fact, the guy from PSP Products, he has a special setup room. It's an environment set up to hide light. So basically, you'll notice that the screens will be tucked away in pockets. They'll have a little lip over top of it. They'll have some light in the middle of the ceiling so that it looks like the area is well lit, but technically that light's not making any contact with the screen. If you're doing condensed lighting, it has to show that kind of wedge look to the screen. It's actually making contact with the screen. I've done this in video demonstration in one of the homes I was at. So they'll have the lighting in the middle, knowing it's not going to make contact with the screen. And they'll tuck the screen away under a little lip. And then what they'll do is they'll put these little side walls on it. So that's if any window light comes in, makes contact with the screen, this can be discouraged. If any window light comes in, they put these little walls on the side. Now, so it doesn't look weird that you got this screen tucked away in this pocket with these little walls on each side, they do the same design all the way around. They'll put a light in between, and they'll put a little wall on one side, a little wall on the other side, and then when the light goes off, it goes up and down. Of course, they got a shade on. It can only go 2 different ways. Laws of physics means it's going to go up or down. But if any of that light pushes out, it's going to make contact with them little walls on each side. And they'll do that decoration design all the way around. I've watched so many demonstrations on certified. I study their stuff on certified screens, and I watch their environments, and that's what I see. So I watched in his demonstration. It's the same thing. Right next to the window, it's the screen pushed back, so it's tucked away. Little tiny wall on the side, little walls near the lights, the block things, so light doesn't make contact with the screen. And the screen next to the fireplace actually sits underneath the fireplace, and the lights over top don't even make contact with the screen in any way whatsoever. Yeah. So with that being said, I've seen this. We call it light dodging. I've seen demonstrations with box where they had a dark environment and they had the light pointed toward a painting. Because they don't want the light pointed toward the screen, because the screen may wash out. So they point the light toward the paintings and say, hey, look, we got light in the environment, but that light's not making contact with the screen. Let me come in there with my equipment, with a halo system, and attach that thing to your screen and see what happens. As a matter of fact, we are building a portable halo system that I can literally lock this onto someone's screen and your screen will disappear. Because I get so sick and tired of people not having light directly on the screen. We could take light bulbs and stick them right up against the screen with no problem. As a matter of fact, I need to go buy me a lamp for some demonstrations. I'll pick one up today. I'm throwing a lamp against the screen. Oh, that'd be so nice. I just thought about that. A lamp against the screen. Why be in an environment that's maxed out? I gotta go buy me a lamp today. Gotta go buy one. Yes, this will keep me busy for a while. I'm already busy already, but I like to keep entertained at the end of the day. I like to stress myself out. We have to bring a light in here now. We have to. We got an outlet, right? We got an outlet right there. Oh heck yeah, I'm gonna buy me a lamp today. Now see how many people get excited. How many people you see doing videos right now thinking, gee, I'm gonna go buy me a light? No, they're not doing that. No. We had somebody already try to fake the Halo system. They had some kind of cell phone Halo light. Look, I'm doing the same thing. Nobody. It has to be on the screen. Stop cutting corners. I swear, I don't know how people deal with it. When you see somebody trying to do what you do and they cut every possible corner to do it, just skim by with the bare minimum. Literally. It's the reason why we bought that paint, got it down here, and put it through proper testing. We took it outside, we took it inside, we hit it with 50 lumen projectors, we hit it with 1,000 lumen projectors, we hit it with 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. We did everything you could possibly think to test that paint out. We hit it with the long distance throw test on it. Oh, it failed every single freaking test. Like, gee whiz, I've never been so disappointed in a product ever. You know what I'm talking about. We got the test demonstrations right there. That stuff don't work for jack. We ran every test we could. Every certified beat the living out of that screen. Beat the crap out of it. I'm like, and he's selling this for what? Yeah. Not even worth 50 bucks. Nowhere near worth 50 bucks at all. Tested the daylights out of it. And you see the rigorous test we put our stuff to. Now I'm excited about going to buy me a lamp right now. That's in my head right now. I want to go buy a lamp and stick it against my screen. Yeah. They won't push that envelope. Like me, I'll sit there and build a ledge outside my window, stick 1,000 projector there, let the sun hit it, and then watch it push you 2 panes of glass, 13 feet, go through a 1,000-watt lamp, and still with the screen and still come out looking amazing. And these guys are afraid to do those demonstrations. I'm gonna go pick me up a lamp. Those are challenges today. We're bringing out new challenges. Oh, these are gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited about this. I like this kind of stuff at the end of the day. This is what basically gets my goat at the end of the day. I love tests like this. So, you got a new challenge coming up. You're going to complete the Halo system and additional lights in an environment that's maxed out with a projector that costs under $20. And you will do this in commercial. Because again, the household lighting is not going to be enough. It's not going to do it. It's not going to do the job. It's not going to do the job. Like I said, if you're going to make statements at the end of the day that you're me, then you have to be able to do the same things I do, right? But now I'm excited about this, man. I'm excited. I'm more excited about this than actually building the screen. But I'm excited. We got to get lamps in here. We got to do a lamp system in here. We got to. Oh my goodness, I'm excited. I'm excited. Just find ways to entertain myself by basically putting rigorous tests on my screens. That's how I entertain myself. Oh yeah, let's put the meter down to see what we got ticking off in the max out zone with our contrast level kicking. Ouch. Kill myself getting out of that seat. All right, so let's bring this here. As you can see, woo, man, caught myself. Here's the meter. Sorry about that. We're nowhere near the projector. I see projector's up high right there, so we're nowhere near the projector. Meters don't read in here because we got commercial lighting on here. When I came out and I turned the light on, boom, I said, oh shoot. I was like, it is super bright in here. I was like, I wonder what the lighting's like in here. Like what's going on with the meter, and the meters don't read in here. See, if I take my hand and I put it over top the meter, see how it starts to read? Now I move my hand away. Boom. Meters don't pick up in here. This thing is absolutely useless in here. It doesn't work. Because the meter won't pick up. This is not a good thing to do. This is why I got to get rid of this today. There's an area right here so my chair can roll back and forth, and it always lifts up just a little bit, almost killing me every single time. So I got to get rid of that. give me a no flat for that. But as I said before, no, meters don't read in here at all. We have to go get a special meter now because it won't pick up in here. So I'll have to find another meter. So the meter we need, actually they're designed for registering outside. That's what we have to get, a special meter. And we need something that's going to be able to be outside when we test the screens for sunlight. All right, got some partial lighting. I'm going to go pick up some lights and some lamps today. I'm so excited about that. You know, I found down here a couple of thrift stores. You know why I like thrift stores? Thrift stores got those big old paintings in there. And I've been dying to do a projection screen frame that hangs up on the wall. But I don't want the other frames. The other frames look more, I want like an old gaudy kind of antique frame to it. You know what I mean? Repaint it, give a nice old color design to it and all, and hang it up on the wall. I think that'd be really cool. So, I found a couple of thrift stores. I'm going to do some shopping. I'm going to look through them and see what they got down there. Hopefully, they got some good old paintings in there we can basically convert to our technology. So, can't wait on that one right there. And I may do some of them with some projector mapping applications, so that way we can basically project the map right through them and put some pretty artwork into them, to actually live art through there. So it's like I said, so much stuff we're working on right now. It's insane. But again, like I said, the whole purpose of doing these tests and showing off these demonstrations is to show you how you can get more from your projector, because we all want more, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we do. All right, let's get back to full screen. Come and play everything's okay. You guys are basically settled in, man. You definitely not settled in. So that's the whole purpose. I talk about this on different forum sites. People want to know why, if we're taking out certified screens, how come we're not charging all this money? And I say that's not the whole purpose of what we do. What we do is to develop technology so everybody can afford it. But if you're going to develop technology everybody can afford, you have to make sure it's good technology. It's not fake stuff at the end of the day. Stop making up stuff on specification sheets, really, because you hurt the consumer with that nonsense. I feel bad when a consumer goes and gets a knockoff projector. They get a knockoff projector, and they're thinking they got all this power. They got nothing at all, period, because they lied. That sucks at the end of the day. They paid the money, did the research, bought this product, got it there, and found that everything in the specification was a complete lie. That's why you don't lie on screen paints. You have to tell the truth. Can't be making stuff up like range gain or gain range, whatever that crap is called in the day. Can't be making that up. Got to be truthful with your customers. Your customers are supporting your business at the end of the day. They're taking the time to invest in your business. The best thing you could do is basically provide a good product that actually does work. I can't stand it more than anything in the world to buy something at the end of the day and I got to turn around and buy it twice because somebody didn't do it right. Bugs the daylight Saturday. This is going on my 235.1 custom built screen. This stuff has to work. It has to look incredible. And not only that, this ain't a home front at the end of the day. I have people popping over that are cousins and friends. You know, I got people that are coming through here that can potentially build my company or destroy my company if this thing doesn't work right. So yeah, all our stuff has to be tested. It's work quite nicely. And they want to see test results. They definitely want to see test results.
For 19 years, I put...
Nah. I'm pretty sure it's pretty bad, man. No, we can't watch that. So my stuff needs to work. When I'm in my office, I want to look at my screen. I want to work on my documents and everything I have to do here. And I need to be able to see what I'm doing in here. Can't be stuck in the dark. If I'm going to be advertising this for commercial use, for apartment complexes, for schools, for hospitals, for offices, areas that are going to have a ton of ambient light in there, it has to be able to function. Can't lie about that. Now I'm speaking to people who make screen paints now. Can't lie about that. You got to be truthful with your products. And if this bugs you, and this makes you upset what I just said, that means your product doesn't work. You just basically told on yourself. People want to get into this field, do not copy what these people do. Don't try to make a fast buck. Don't cut corners, because guess what? You will get caught. And the consequences of getting caught are pretty bad. If someone decides to follow your website or your business with the right authority, you're in a lot of trouble. You could very well pop up in a courtroom somewhere, and you don't want that. And you're going to have to back this up, because you're going to have to be the one to back up your product in that courtroom. You really want that. You want to make sure you can walk in there with your head up high and like, yep, I can back it up 1%. Bam, 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 bam. Not scared to death with your heart pumping at 100 miles an hour, pushing to your chest because you know you lied and you can't back it up. That's a beautiful skyline. I can't wait to get to 235.1 done. 235.1 on the skyline, it's gorgeous. One of the videos I just promo demonstrations has a 235.1 in it. That is 158 inch 235. That's the first thing I saw when I moved into that house over on 69th Street over there. When I saw that wall and I said, oh, got condensed lighting right for the screen, had a window right next to it. Yeah, I get excited over stuff like that. Like, oh shoot, there's a window next to this. Yeah. Like when I first saw the house up in Haddontown and I saw all those windows, I was like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. A chandelier here too on top of that. Yeah. Well, most people say, oh man, I can't put a screen there. I have to put it someplace else because the light in the chandelier is definitely going to wash it out. TCL 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
You know, I like stuff like that. That's a challenge for me at the end of the day. That's more information that my technology gets to take back. So I've never did a direct condensed lighting on top of the screen. And when I saw that lighting, I was like, wow, this gives us a chance to advance our technology, to develop better technology because we have actual lights on top of the screen. Yeah. Opportunity. Some people will run from opportunity or dodge opportunity because, again, they like to lie. Opportunity. There's several offices in a unit. You know why I chose this one? The lighting in here. Super bright. That's what I was looking for. Something super bright and a lot of walls I can work with. Other places had way too many windows. I couldn't put screens in there. It was virtually impossible. But this area was perfect because it had basically the walls and it had tons of lighting in here. I brought a meter through here. When I was going through it, I was checking the meter, how much lighting was coming from the room. And this one actually canceled out meters pretty quick. You just don't run in here. That's what I like about it. So when I get a screen to function in this environment, I'm a happy camper. Now, we do a lot of demonstrations in partial light and lights out. You know why? Because we find a lot of people hiding in the dark, screen paint makers, hiding in the dark, and customers are forced to have to be in the dark because the screen paint makers have told them that, have to be in an ambient light controlled environment to optimize your viewing pleasure, blah, 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 blah. And we're here to tell you at the end of the day that we're going to do a lot of some demonstrations, more demonstrations, lights on, lights off, to show you why certified screens don't survive next to our technology in a dark and partially lit environment, and white and gray screens don't either. Boy, this paint is amazing. Can't wait to start getting ready to get it on the marketplace. I got people already lined up, ready to go. Emails to get hit up, start asking for when it's going to be coming out. I can't wait. First, we got to test it. Test. Very important. Gotta have you test that. Testing. I finally found 1 gallon vapor lock containers, man. Oh, hard, easy to find. I have to go to Uline to get them. actually dropping the keys in them too. I finally found keys for them too. You had to go to Elon to get some keys. There's ways to get in them, but yeah. Best investment ever. You know why? Since we got them, we have never had one complaint. I mean, it's rare that we have a complaint about a container opening up. And we take the daylights on that. People say, gee whiz, did you just use the whole roll of tape? Maybe. But anyway, yeah. But yeah, these new lock containers, yeah, they're a pain in the butt to get into, but yeah, rather they be a pain in the butt to get into. One of the things pop open and spill your investment all over the money. You gotta replace all that. That costs me money. So your paint spills, we have to replace that. So again, I touched on any nonsense. Because I'm going to some nonsense. I've seen people actually burst containers and pour some of it out, but spill some of it inside the box. And we can tell that, we can see all that. We test all that. You know, I test everything from paint spills inside of a box and how the reaction, what they look like. I test everything. So I can tell by looking at a box whether it was caused by them or it was caused by you. Everything. You know what? I sat there and watching myself kick boxes down the driveway to see exactly how much damage they would take in. Drop containers filled with water off the side of a balcony at 11 feet high. So how much pressure it would take to break one of these things open. We test this stuff. I should. I spent a lot of money on containers. That's why I gotta know they work. I got a new version of a seal wrap coming in. But then again, I'm thinking like, do we really need it? We got a vapor lock container. And I tried to lock one down and then try to get inside of it. Yeah, that was something else, boy. I tell you, I bent my scissors into that baby. Well, you can get into it's an easy way to do it, but yeah, I bent my scissors. Get inside of a vapor lock container. I bent my scissors. Got a brand new scissors. I like it. I had them since day one. But they make they're easy to get. I never had a customer complain they couldn't get in one of them. Because you can get into them. It's just that there's no way in the world post office can, or any shipping carrier is going to be able to bust one of those things open. Nope. That's why I invested the money in them. That was goody goody gumdrops. Goody goody gumdrops. Goody goody gumdrops. Now, what can you paint it on? Well, what I've seen so far, same thing we've been painting it on. This is going to look fantastic on your fixed screen screens, motorized projection screens. You can paint it on plywood, you can paint it on fabric, you can paint it on brick and not stucco, by the way. Don't burn the stucco. We're just going to sand it down first. We're going to try polyester tarps. We're actually working on a formula for polyester tarps. We kind of conquer that surface. The polyester tarp is huge. They're huge. Definitely got to be a comprehensive. Pretty much everything. Glass, all that stuff. Now, if you paint on glass, keep in mind, it's not going to be front mirror. It says right there, it says it's a front only protection screen. Oh, and by the way, for people at the, well, you don't make physical screens, we make physical screens. But you have to put down if you paint physical or non-physical, because again, customers may get confused because of the physical screen, so you have to put everything up. That's exactly right.
Play science fiction film.
Samsung demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
So all they do is they put an Alexa system in it. You turn on the lights and all that stuff. Oh, they're kissing. They're in love.
One man's breakfast is his roommate's 2 a.m.
Kellogg's
chocolatey face.
You gotta look up the documentary on Kellogg's cornflakes. It's amazing. It is. That's amazing. It's a mistake. Very mistake. A lot of people thought Kellogg's cornflakes was, it was a mistake. A living mistake. I don't know where milk came in the process, but yeah, the cereal stuff was a mistake. Oh man, I can't wait. What I like about our technology is the fact that I love talking to my customers. I like talking to them where they explain what they're doing and what they're putting together and stuff like that. And I love when they say, "Do you think that's possible?" And I go, "Oh, it is possible." I love when companies contact us with that. "Do you think that's possible?" "Oh, it's definitely possible. Definitely possible." Especially when they tell me what their wallet's going to be for their projectors. Somebody's already buying a projector, has a projector, but someone's just now buying a projector, and they're talking about, "Well, I'm looking at probably like $2,000. I'm like, "Ugh. Why are we spending $2,000 for a projector?" Because it has content. You don't need that. Illuminate, you don't need that. You don't need that. No, you don't need it. How much do you think I'm paying for? How much do you think my projector is? Sometimes you don't have to certain view. This is my projector cost. I'm talking $10. I got projectors, $10. I've got projectors that I paid for $150, $125, $60. Yeah, I don't pay for anything for projectors. And I tell them I paid for the projector, like, you gotta be kidding me. That's what it is. The ceiling projector was an $80 BenQ. The one you see with the stars up there and the ocean pushing back, that was an $80 BenQ at 2600 lumens.
Colors.
720p. Yes, we got this sucker to generate off a ceiling. Off a ceiling.
Your family
That's what I
struggles
find
with
interesting about the ceiling demonstrations, where you got most people can't turn on lights in their environment because their screen will wash out to the ceiling lights. We literally have a screen sitting in the ceiling, the same area where the same light is washing out your screen. That's why we're considered to be the experts in ambient light projection technology.
DC liberal. When Donald Trump talked.
And I'm curious, anyone who wants to challenge us
With
in that,
price-
I'll take you on, John, with one hand behind my back.
For people
No,
with
seriously, you will definitely take you on.
Oscar.
You had this thing paused all this time? What the heck was that? Oh, the mission. Yeah, it was actually pretty good. We were trying to run it all this time. They didn't time me out. That's pretty interesting. No time out? So now you'll be able to get the most from your projector setup, whether it be inside, outside, dedicated theater room. Alright, if you're just painting the floor, doesn't make a difference. Hey, biscuit makers, we're making biscuits. No biscuits today. Make fantastic biscuits. Think of the options that art and paints give you. Ultra short field, or you can gather. Looking for the environments, where your screen washing or fading, pick an Infinity 1 contrast level and spend a lot of money for expensive projectors or calibrating, you can take it outside and your screen will look just like a plasma TV or an OLED TV. Everybody's out there with white projection screens and yours look like amazing. Absolutely amazing. Guarantee that all your neighbors will push all their patio furniture right next to where your screen is sitting at. Because I watched that happen with the 250. Matter of fact, with the 180, happened with the 180. We came out there, everybody's stuff was over there by their white screen, and we put that 180, that Star Wars demonstration off the back of it. I watched it out. I looked at my ex, I said, you notice everyone's patio furniture is pushed farther to see the screen? Yeah. Because every time we fired that thing up, they'd be out there staring at it. Put one in the driveway screen, oh my goodness, man. We had so many people out there coming outside to look at that screen because they're not used to seeing that. They got white projection screens. This screen's wash out. They literally thought it was a TV we had set up out there. I was like, no, that's not a TV, that's a projection screen. So I pulled the projector out and showed them the machine and everything. Had a few people come over and look at it. And even an officer that was coming through saw the screen and had to get out of the car and look at it. So yeah, this stuff is going to take off like crazy. It's taken off. It's doing well online, extremely well online. It is going to do out here absolutely incredible things. Because again, all we do out here is white screens. And they're just used to seeing these washed out, poorly images. They keep spending money for more projectors to try to fix the issue, and they're getting just a little bit of improvement, but nothing on the level that they know they should be getting off of that projector. And this is going to change all that. All right, let's do one more, and then I have to get some things taken care of for today.
In 2022,
I gotta go get this case ripped out. We'll be back on here. I gotta go
my
get the case
patients
out.
deserve the free.
Got the giant orange button coming through. Oh, the button is so huge. It's orange. You got blue lights in it, or red lights, or whatever you change it to. That's our goal, people. Our goal is better technology, more affordable. Again, I can't express this enough. For some reason, people who make these great products at the end of the day, or whatever stuff that is at the end of the other mess at the end of the day, for some reason you think that we're in competition with you. Let me explain this to you. No, we are not. Why? Cancellations. You cancel it out. No, we gave you the opportunity. We literally gave you that opportunity, and you couldn't show me anything. You canceled out. So guess what I do? I move on. I don't have time to keep going back and forth with dumb nonsense with you. I got bigger fish to fry. Certifies. I'm pretty sure they're developing new technology, and I would like to be able to challenge the new technology they have coming out, because they do make good stuff, and I would love to see what they're working on. The OLED TVs, yeah, that would be basically what we're pushing for. As you can see, our matching better demonstrations, the things we do in our demonstrations, don't match anything that you're doing at all, period. We are not on the same category. Heck, we don't even sit in the same universe right now. We're on a whole different level of doing things. Maybe way back when I had digital and crystal screen paint, then yeah, but not now. So it's not about you. Anything we develop and make is not about you. It's about the certified screens that cost people thousands of dollars. It's about those OLED TVs that cost people thousands of dollars.
Election season.
That's what it comes down to. It's not about you. But for some reason, every time we develop a technology, you think it's pointed towards you. No, it's not towards you. Again, I can't express this enough. And people have to, everybody gonna hear this on YouTube again and again. They don't get it through their thick skulls. We came to your site, we placed orders to give you the opportunity to show your technology next to ours, and you gave us back the money. You understand that part? I'm literally gonna have to make a book out of your cancel receipts and stick it on my desk. As a reminder, so you can see every time you see that cancellation booklet sitting there, you're reminded again, because I think you forget. I think they seriously forget, because they keep coming at us. And I'm like, why are you coming at us? We've been through this already before. But I'm going to make a booklet. I'm going to go over in here and take the time to go through my other account, forward all the cancellations over, go over and get a book made, because I found a place over there actually will make a book out of anything. So I'm going to make a book and put down your cancellations and put your name on the book. Get a nice little box, put a little light inside of it, and put it up there on a little display so you can see it. Now, the reason why it's being done, not to show off, it's being done to remind you on why we don't consider your product a real product. That's why we're going to do it. So, leave it at that, okay? Remember, you removed an entire state of Pennsylvania to keep me away from your product. So, again, we have bigger fish to fry. I don't have time for that. I have customers I have to take care of. I have contracts I have to do. I have this environment I have to finish on here, the foundation for this. I'm working with a graphic artist design for all our new labels, and I have to get copyrights for all of those completed and done. I have a lot of work to do. I don't have time to play games. I don't have time to play a game like who can race each other to the block faster or who can jump the... I don't have time for that. We're done. Moving on. Every time we make something new, they think it's about them. Oh, it's not about you. If you can give me back my money and your product did work and it did something, then yeah, I would add you and like, okay, yeah, they got a product that's worthy of us. And no. And then it's funny, they get offended with me and they go, but I got a real screen paint. Then why'd you give back the money? Tiffany, how much money we gave them? We gave them a lot of money. One had $1,900 worth of orders. We got $1,900 put back into the account of orders that went through. It wasn't just one. We ordered everything on the website twice, sometimes 4 times, and the money went back to the account. At one point, even on eBay, he charged us $127. We still paid for it, and he put the money back. The other one gave us back money back on samples. Mind you, when you transfer money back, you have to pay PayPal a fee. So they literally had to send the money back to us and pay an additional amount of money out of their PayPal accounts to PayPal for each item. Does that sound like somebody that screams that I basically have confidence in my product? No, it doesn't. If I went with any one of these certified screens and they turn around and they redirect me to somebody else because they don't want to give us a sample sheet, then guess what that tells me about that company? They can't back their products up. It's not as good as they are because that person doesn't have that confidence level that their product actually does work. So why would I waste my time and money with it? There you go. Simple thing. Where have I played this at in a video game before? I've seen this all in a video game. Is that in San Francisco? I've seen this before in a video game. Yeah, it's funny how you play so many games and you just recognize mine. This is not definitely the White House. There's no way in the world it'd be the White House. Look how close the houses are to it. There's no buffer zone there whatsoever. That's something else. There's no way in the world. You can just walk over there. No, I've seen that. I think that was in San Francisco. I remember something else is in my head. I literally saw this somewhere. I saw it in a video game. I think I saw it in what you would call it. I saw it in the game. I saw it in gee, I can't think of the game, man. Watch Dogs. Let me see. I know it sounds kind of crazy. Something just got plugged in my head. I know I've seen this, but I ran up on this before in the game. White House looking building in San Francisco. I know, it's off topic. I just have to know. I know I saw this building in there somewhere. White House looking building in San Francisco. Sometimes I gotta even stop the video to go look at this. Hey, it's something that got popped in my head. I've seen this building before. So I was playing the game, I was like, wait a minute, why in the world is just the White House here in San Francisco? And that's what the game is based off in San Francisco. White House style building in San Francisco. That's gonna be stuck in my head all day. That's definitely gonna be in my head all day. I don't know, maybe it's something they put into the game, something weird, I don't know. But I know I've seen that exact same building in a game. That's like when GTA was in New York City. You've been in New York City. I've been in New York City dozens and dozens of times. I was just driving around like, wow, how on point they were about New York City. And it's interesting because in the server, there were a lot of people from New York in that game. Like a lot of people driving around. And we're talking back and forth. Even New York, I said, no, I got family out here. So I'm just driving around and see how accurate it is. Like, man, it's freaking crazy how accurate it was. And some people have been living there for years and years and years, are basically pointing out different areas. They're getting a tour guide in a video game of people from New York City who are actually talking about GTA. Who are in there like, wow, man, look, they even got the so-and-so here and so-and-so here. Where's the freaking I had a friend of mine from New York City. She talked about this hot dog cart that they made the best hot dogs out on the corner. I think that's what the guy was ranting about. The hot dog cart. Where's the freaking hot dog cart? Oh well, I'm not gonna take a picture of this. Yeah, I know. I'm a research junkie. I dig up everything, so that's kind of stuff I'm into. I'm curious where I've seen this before. I know I've seen this in the name. Alright, people. You have a wonderful day. Be safe out there. I thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing technology, because if it wasn't for Him, none of this would be possible. None of it would be possible. We get from all the glory for all things. And we got much to do today. I'm picking up a lamp today. We're going to have some fun with a lamp. And yes, we're going to make it a challenge. We have to make it a challenge. The reason why we do those challenges is because we have individuals who basically, again, are haters of our blessings. And we have those challenges because I know they say some very, very nasty things about my company and me. Oh, my customer. Nasty things about me. And with that being said, they'll sit there and say, well, you know, his demonstrations are fake. They're not real. Well, you know, my demonstrations are fake and not real. I'm in the wrong place right now to be doing that, ain't I? But anyway, so that's why the matching better challenge up there. For the customers, if you hear people saying this at the end of the day, then you just ask them, give them the challenge. Say, well, hey, Mr. Bird said that if his products are so fake and not real, they should be easy to beat, right? I mean, something's not real, it should be easy to beat, wouldn't you think? Then how about you complete his match or better challenges? And I guarantee you, you won't hear anything back from him. All right, well, with that being said, thank you for your time. God bless.